Hey, what's up, guys? I just came on and I just had to have a chat with you guys. Like, I was going in on a Diddy thing and I was gonna do it every day, and I was like so gun ho. But then I was like, yo, my energy is freaking changing, depleting, low vibration. And I'm like, yo, I can't do it anymore. It's like they got me on a circus wheel spinning around and around and around. And while I can really report on it, like me, I'm the type of person that when I deal with trauma, I think everything is funny. Like, I think when I was young, I had put like a glove on my hand, and I guess they did a shootout through the whole neighborhood, and we almost got shot. But a few minutes later, after we was shocked and stuff, we start laughing. Like that is the way certain people deal with trauma. Like you try to make stuff funny, but this is just so dark. It is not even funny. Like I can't. It's difficult, but it's taking a toll on me because I am an empath. I take in everything. But we're gonna get more into detail. And we're gonna talk about stuff. And let me just cue the intro real quick.
Hey, yo, talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it cause I come to defeat. They don't want it. I peep, these niggas all sweet. Bamboo sticks all in the Jeep. It's a new weirdo every week. Get the work, put it up for my seeds. No care for the IG, just no care. Do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Do anything for clout.
Whole lot people need to hear this. It's a lot of names on my hit list. Still say what he wants to. Still wet like a big. I should run a whole blog at this rate. They using my name for clickbait. Even wanna start fake beef. Sell a little beef in the mixtape. They know I'm the bomb. They ticking me off. Say anything to get a response. I know that mean they traffic is slow. Somebody just gotta practice along. So being tame, I'd rather be wild. This bandit, they wanna be down. Soon as got something to sell, they say my name, Destiny Child. Everybody wanna be lit. Everybody wanna be rich. Everybody wanna be this. They fuss you out. Hate me. Bring my problems. I'm not all of that talking. I'm calling it out. Public opinions for private accounts.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? I was looking for the right instrumental. Anyway, so like I was saying, I can't do the Diddy thing that much anymore. I can't do it every day. Like this is taking a toll. Like I'm so good at manifesting, but I've never felt so heavy. And I know why I feel heavy, because this case is really heavy. I'm an empath. I take in people's feelings and stuff like that. And while I can make jokes of it, but that's what I do. That's how I deal with stuff. So in order to manifest, you got to be like light. You got to really believe you could do anything. But based on the energy that this mess is going, hey, Suburbia, I know. But based on the energy of this case, and it's like so many victims. And to be honest, I think they're putting on a show. The feds knew about him the whole time. They had everything they always had on him. Like he was in cahoots with them. They decided to pull it. They're giving us a show. They're pulling out all of this stuff. Suburbia, I know your team Diddy, but I think he's a goddamn demon. By the way, I'm just saying that is definitely, and I can't have this steal my energy, because my energy is usually high, upbeat. You know, I think everything is fucking funny. Not in real life, but that's what I do. Like people like have different ways of coping. Like I said in the intro, I've been in a whole situation where they're shooting like multiple times, where your life flashes before you. And at the end, every time after you make sure everything is okay, you start what? Laughing, giggling. Oh my God, did you see your face? You almost pissed your pants. Ha ha ha. But that's what you do when you dealing with stuff quickly all the time. But there was a point in time where I was like, I felt like there's nothing that I cannot do. And lately, because I have so the thing is, they usually say watch who you hang around, but in this day and age, it's watch what you watch all the time. And me watching this thing all the time, it is really drying me out and dampening my mood. So M Max says absolutely he's going to regret not taking the plea deal. They're going to put him away and take his money and property and forfeiture. Yes, forfeiture. Yeah, they are. And if they have a mistrial, like his lawyers is expensive. He's spending millions. But I think I was looking at, and that's the thing. I'm watching my news feed also, and my news feed is just changing, and it's just drama, 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 drama. And I used to have like a lot of inspiring stuff and positivity going on. So there was that. Oh, Freddie P. Look, because it's in my news feed, he actually vindicated Dawn. So, and it's not like I'm not believing the witnesses and stuff like that. I really do. I believe he did so much more, to be honest, between me and you. But I'm trying to do like a neutral and like what in court and perspective and stuff like that. And I think that yeah, sometimes you remember stuff after the fact. You're like, oh damn, I should have said this or I should have said that, because she didn't say nothing far-fetched. We knew Diddy beat that girl's ass. We know Diddy don't pay his artists. Like everything she said, we know, we seen, sis. But they like not everybody's built for the stand. Like most people are not built for the stand. Like I can play on a motherfucker's shit on a stand in a second. It's mind control. It's the mind debauchery. And when you know how people are going to come at you or try to manipulate you, then you know how to talk, you know how to dip and dodge and stuff like that. But that comes with experience. That's all. It's just experience. But Freddie P vindicated her because he was like, yo, Diddy said the same exact threat to me. So I know he said that shit to Dawn. But they demolished her on the stand. She wasn't ready. But how about this? She gonna have to. You got to play their game. She's going to have to take herself to therapy and then be like, oh, when I was faced in front of him, I froze, I was shooken, which is probably the case though. And I fell apart. Like she still can do the civil case, but she just got to know how to play the game, and hopefully she got smart lawyers on her side or whatever. They had like a trauma specialist in court today. Again, this is like, I'm not really going to do Diddy as frequently. I'll do him, maybe do him. Diddy don't need to be done no more. I will do it not often, maybe once, twice a week or whatever, but it's not going to be all the fucking time. I can't do it. I know. I was going to say pause, but it was so funny not to. Hey, you. Exactly. Exactly. What else I was going to say? So there's such a thing called like, when you're dealing with abuse, is active people with like Tina Turner at the end. I believe Cassie just didn't fight back anymore because she was fucking tired. Like 11 years of this mess, she's just goddamn tired. Quick. So they told me that Cassie was a mother freaking Virgo. Y'all know I had to check, right? How about this heifer? Not only is she a Virgo, like moi, she's one of the same goddamn day as me. I said, oh my God. Do we have the same personality? Oh my gosh. And we are people pleasers, but goddamn, don't put me in that position. But that's the thing. He took her young. And he took her young. M Max says you got to do it tomorrow after Kid Cudi, though. He could bury him. If Diddy threatened him before or took credit or of the car bombing afterwards. So how about okay, team M Mac, what if, and this will be for you, but what if I just do a roundabout at the end of the week, or does it have to be tomorrow? Let me know. For you, because you have been here like almost every day. So for you, I will, but I can't do too many of these. Like it's fucking up my money, by the way, because I trade stocks. And when you trade stocks, your head got to be right. And you got to exercise, eat clean. So the thing is, when I do my manifestation, I'm going to tell y'all, even though y'all don't want to hear it, but one day y'all might, trust me, I get everything that I want in life. when I do it right. So I do a D-Herbs. D-Herbs is like a full body cleanse. And you just clean out all the toxins. You just take everything out of your body and you drink water. It's supposed to be fruits and vegetables, anything raw, which like I haven't been that consistent again because I've been a Debbie Downer. This shit is crazy. And then you have to monitor what goes in, like what you're watching on a daily basis and stuff like that. It's usually who you hang around, but I don't hang around many people because I'm also an empath. Because I'm an empath, I take in a lot of people's energy. I like to go in and be to myself a lot too, because it's a lot. So I'm also what do they call that mess? The people, extrovert, introvert. I'm an introvert, but I'm an extrovert too, because I make a lot of friends. Because one time my friend was like, you ain't tell me you know this person, you know that person, you know this person, you know that person. And it's like, because when I like, it's love when I go out. I have a lot of love because I always wish people well. And I don't play that crabs in a barrel. If I can help somebody, I will, and I will stop everything. I'll be patient with people. If they need me to talk all night, I do. If they need me to rock the mic. No, I'm joking. He said base it on if he says something explosive. He said that's because you're attractive. I don't know. Is that because what I'm attractive? The going out? I forgot what I was saying because I lost my train of thought. I forgot my train of thought. But let me see. Yeah, I'm usually happy go lucky and stuff like that. What did I say? I must have said something and then I just lost my train of thought. Damn it. Whatever. I don't know what I said. Look, I don't even know what I said. I got like AD. So that's the thing. When I hear stuff, I'm able to make it more fun to reiterate stuff because I lose I get bored easily. So I'd be like, wet that mess. Oh, rock the mic. Of course. Y'all know Mike's our girl's best friend. And I hung around a lot of guys, so there is that. I can't believe it. So me and Cassie got the same exact birthday. That is crazy. And I just found this out like literally 2 minutes before I got on the air. That's crazy. I did not know that. I guess I better stop talking about the chick. No. Anyway, can't talk about my sister. No, I just be trying to lighten the mood. Do I think she's a victim? Suburbia. Yes, I think that girl is a real victim. I do. I really do. Do I think that she was forced? I think, all right, I'm going to give my real honest opinion because, again, when I give the report, I try to be as neutral as possible. I try to look like a juror. You know, I take both sides and both angles because that's how it is. It's fair at court. I know how to separate stuff and not be emotional. You got to learn that in life. But my real honest opinion, yes, I think he did far more. I think they're putting on a show for us. I think he's deeper and darker than most people would ever know. I think she was abused so much that after a while, it was nothing left. Like she was just so I believe she mentally felt like she was trapped. She probably was, because he's a monster, by the way. Like, I think she was in too deep. That's what it is. I think she knew too much, heard too much, was around too much. And after a certain point, like if his assistant would have been in way too much longer, he would have been done. Like, there's only one way out after a while. The point of no return. Oh my God, Troy Ragland. Here we go. She stayed for the money. Troy, let me ask you a question, sir. Have you ever been around anybody that was abused? Curious. Woman, male, because males get abused too. It's just they'll never report it. They'll never report it. Because you feel like all they got to do is take a shoulder, right? So I don't know how that works. I just know they don't have nobody to call. Okay, so why did she stay for the money? Like after a while, I think after a while, when you get turned out or something a certain way, it's like he said bullshit. A bullshit. M Max says, yes, I know relationships happen at work, but it's totally inappropriate for a boss to get involved romantically with an employee. Yeah, I get it, but this is on a different level. Okay. You know what? I'm going to have to be vulgar. Troy, if you want love, do you really think, all right, so y'all remember them women, y'all got to look it up. So these women came out and was like, I'm going to have sex with, I think, was it 1,000 guys in one night? Yo, I don't know. I think it was 1,000 guys in one night. I want to say 1,000, not 100. Could it have been 100? Let me Google it. Hold on. Let me get back to you. Find out how many girls this girl decided to sleep with. Sleep with 100. Was it one? Oh, it was 1,000 men record. Okay. I am going to do a world record of. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up. We're going to play it. Because there was one girl that did a trial and she starts crying and she doesn't know why she was crying because she was a freaking cessful pull. And it's like, emotionally, you could act like that mess was cool all you want. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on. Let me see. See, I be trying to manifest and build with y'all guys, and then y'all got me pulling up this slut mess. Here we go.
Of 1,000 men in 24 hours.
Imagine being 351st in line.
From 1 p.m. till 1 a.m., you're going to be on your back, bent over, doing all this crazy
We're going to do
stuff.
different positions.
Bonnie is known for sleeping with, quote, barely legal men and filming the content for OnlyFans.
You have a very specific niche, don't you?
Yeah, barely legal, 18-year-olds.
Oh, and husbands too.
Oh, holy shit.
I guess the things people do for.
Let me see. Hold on. We gotta figure this out without this girl interrupting me every few seconds. Let me take it off and we're gonna find the actual clip. So yeah, she decided to sleep with 1,000 men. And I think she did a test run with 100 men the day before, and she just starts crying. And she goes, "But I'm so happy." But she's crying because she's so fucked up mentally. And she's like, she got something happen to her when she was young, and it's like a emptiness, especially females. We intake stuff. I'm honest with myself. I just can't be effing men like that. Like, I don't know how, but it seems fun to everybody, and that's fine. And I don't judge. I just don't like it. I can't do it. And I'm honest with it. Yes, she did a whole fucking test run. And she starts crying and she's like, "Oh, I loved it." And she's fucking crying. I gotta find it. I do. Hold on. Let me find it because I tell no lies. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So this is it. I don't know if I'm gonna get cut off, but I probably will at some point. He said Cassie was sleeping with the Punisher for 20 minutes tops, with a 40-minute break in between each time. Dude, she was sleeping with a slew of men. She had to do it day in, day out. He was doing freak offs for 4 days. How many men do you really think it was for 4 days? You think it was fucking one man? No. Aw, I got a new member. Thank you, Troy. You are amazing. I love the support. 1 second, let me. Welcome, Troy. So let's pull up this girl real quick.
I'm Lily Phillips, and today I'm getting run through by 100 guys.
The world of adult entertainment entry. Lily Phillips.
I know, yeah.
9 payroll members of staff.
Yeah.
You are a businesswoman. I've seen you say on podcasts and things before that.
Okay, so she's like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to sleep with 100 guys in one day, right? Let me skip.
Press that maybe I say their name in it or something that they're really into that I don't have already. Sin.
Let me see. Because she does it, and then they ask her how was it, and she's crying. She's like, I don't know why.
I'd like to think that guys aren't there, so I don't know.
Let me see. Okay, is this it?
Just like want it to start. It's like
Yes.
doing a race, like you just want it to start.
It's early in the morning.
I actually can't believe we were going to do this without security. They've been
So helpful.
And they just went right at the eyes.
Well, I think like it might have been an accident. But no, I'd be like, you know, like his.
So she starts crying. She goes,
I think I was you know, when I talked to you last, like I was not nervous. It was like the day before. I was like, oh, I'm so nervous. But it was good. It was more, I guess the interactions when like I'd have to stop them early and like you'd have to stand on business and be like, I'm so sorry, you got to go. And like the awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to have to make them come if like you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they did, like you didn't give them 2 minutes.
yeah, I don't think something is wrong with that. She's crying because she did not. She's crying because she feels like a cesspool. But she's sitting there. Oh my gosh, I didn't give them enough time so that they can each individually release. I feel like I left them unsatisfied, like unworthy and all of that stuff. Psychologically, she's effed. Like, it's not normal. So for all y'all that's like, oh my gosh, it's an emptiness. It is something definitely wrong internally. And it's an empty void that will never get filled. He said Sean Combs' case turned into a real reality show. Yes, it did. As she cried at 100. Imagine the next day she had to do the 1,000 men. She said, you don't have time to be personable with 1,000. I know. And she's all, So, look, I'm supposed to be all in a positive vibe and shit, and y'all got me pulling up this mess. But this is way more like that whole Diddy thing. He's dark. It's dark. My energy's dark. Like I said, I will definitely still cover some of it. I can't do it every day. I'll probably do a roundabout like in the week. But if, something really crazy happens, I will for M Mac, because you are so consistent and always here, will I would think about the Kid Cudi if it's really, really interesting. But y'all got Make It Make Sense and all these other people that are in the courts, they really give a real good synopsis of what happened. Me, I try to make it fun, of course, like that. But there are other YouTubers that do that. But this is dark and it's out of my league because it's taking me away from my happiness. I ain't gonna lie, because being in that, my news feed is messed up. Like I'm usually, you're positive, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. I listen to that, like, and me going from that to listening to filth and abuse and like every day, all the time, it's toxicity, and I don't care for it, and I'm not about that vibe. He said this is turning into AI now. What is AI? A computer? Oh, you talking about the trial? Yo, the Diddy trial is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but I think they're hiding stuff. Like I told you, I once heard that he caught like a wiretap for like young situations. So they're not talking about that, and I know they know about it, but they still protecting themselves. It's they be pushing their own agendas too. I don't trust the feds either. I don't like both of them. I don't like Diddy. I don't like the feds. So there's that. Let me stop. Okay, so what else do y'all want to talk about? Or do I end it here? Anything else? Anything else? I'm gonna reclaim my Wednesdays at 7 for you guys. So that I'm gonna do definitely. Where we just talk about everything, anything, whatever, And I gotta bring more guests. I am gonna bring my last guest again, but this time I can't be like relaxing and drinking wine with him because he's on 100. He was out for my head. And when I'm like relaxed, I don't like being combative. So I just was like, whatever. I make a joke out of stuff. But I could definitely be on one. What else? Anybody? Anything else before I get ready and clock out? Because I am having fun, believe it or not, with you guys. I feel so much better today than between last week and this week. Because that shit is heavy. It is dark. He said, I was a huge fan of Kid Cudi Pursuit of Happiness video. Never seen it. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. There's something I do have to say before I leave. Oh my gosh. And y'all gonna think I'm conspiracy theorist, whatever. I did not know this. Hold on. Hold on. Yo, we gotta freaking look at this. It was a clinical doctor day. I know it was informative though, but it's just too dark. But listen to this real quick, y'all. Y'all got to tell me what y'all think about this. And whoever watches it later, just tell me what y'all thought. No, I don't watch The Shy, motherfucker. You think you gonna get me? If I say I don't watch The Shy no more, they're disrespectful to men, and I'm not gonna sit here and be disrespectful to men. Look, listen to this. Tell me what y'all think.
Prodigy who began speaking out about the Illuminati. He basically said, I have this platform and I want to use my platform for good to wake up the masses to what's really going on in society. And so I am going to dig up this old clip of Prodigy right before he mysteriously choked on an egg. And he decided to speak with Alex Jones.
They doing all this.
All right, I'm going to pause it real quick because y'all know how it is. I'm going to throw in a couple of bells and whistles. They probably still going to make me take it down anyway. Let me see.
Ritualistic murder and rituals on little, they molesting little kids, doing sex satanic sex rituals. Like, this stuff is really going on in this world. Like,
Before he passed, Prodigy was dropping bombs on social media, speaking out against the system. And he even went so far as to suggest that some of the biggest names in hip hop, yes, including Jay-Z, were involved in a secret society where their role is to push a certain agenda to the public. But that's not all. Prodigy also hinted at something even more sinister, claiming there were disturbing organized crimes happening within the entertainment world.
I don't know. This sounded a lot like Diddy.
Targeting the most innocent.
He then mysteriously choked on an egg. Maybe the first person in human history to have choked on an egg in some capacity after speaking out about the Illuminati.
All right. So that was what I wanted to leave y'all with. But what do y'all think about it? I'm just saying. And that's what I think. I'm like, yo, they not really digging. And then y'all had the one male escort tell y'all what this was about. And they said he's credible because he's actually a witness, Jonathan Audi. Y'all got to listen to that whole video. Okay, Suburbia. You know I let you speak, Suburbia. He said Kid Cudi's a simp. Cassie ran circles around him. Max says passing while eating an egg is dirty work. He did do a lot of snitching, including Nori pow-powing someone. Candace Owens is very controversial. I like Candace Owens, I'm not even gonna lie. She has yet to turn on Kanye West because she considers her a friend. And that kind of loyalty, I actually really appreciate and respect and love. Like, wow, the whole media, she was actually, they came to her and told her, like, you better speak bad about him. And she would not. She was pregnant and everything. And she's like, no, I spoke to him one-on-one. I gave him my word. And I'm not going to turn against him. I think y'all doing, I won't do it. And that kind of loyalty, I respect. Because that's the type of loyalty I like having in my circle. It's what you do behind my back that matters. So, because that's how I am with other people too. I will never turn on them for somebody else. My loyalty is, my word is everything. Yeah. He passed away while eating a freaking egg. And that's I think that's a laughing in the face. Just like I read this book, Behold a Pale White Horse. Now I read it because the guy was executed, and it was about plans that the government was doing and what they're doing in schools and stuff like that. The person that wrote the book, he technically unalived himself from the back of his head. It's a laugh in the face, dude. Who unalives themselves by having bullet fragments in the back of their head? I said fragments, but it was bullet holes. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all don't be hearing me though. So yes, this Diddy thing is very, it's too. So the thing is, a lot of times I go through my phases where I don't watch TV. I don't listen to anything. And this is really impeding on my peace because it's really getting hard for me because it's heavy. This mess is really heavy. Snitching is shunned across the board, but being from Queens, Prodigy looked really bad snitching on Queens folks. I think it was what he was saying about the industry. And when you're in the industry and you talk about the industry, you're credible. And they don't like that. That's why I'm like, they don't get people like us that's not in it. But once you're in it and you know too much and you're in too deep, then it's blood in, blood out, right? No. You know who I think is the new age Wendy Williams? I'd probably give it to Tasha K. I ain't gonna lie. But nobody could be Wendy. But I'll give it to Tasha K. She's damn sure controversial and she's not in here to make any friends. And that's how Wendy was. Wendy ain't had no friends. Agreed. So let me see. I guess that's about it. I think I'm gonna let y'all go early. Look, I feel like I'm in school. Feel like I'm gonna let y'all go early today. Y'all know I don't like dead air and I don't like wasting y'all guys' time. He said, yeah, especially when she was on the radio. Oh my God. When Wendy Williams was on the radio, it was crazy. It was crazy because I used to listen to her every day at 4 o'clock. She used to come in at 4 o'clock. Her and Charlotte, and then Charlamagne would be sitting there and stuff like that. And I remember when Whitney Houston got on the radio, that was crazy. I couldn't believe it. She was like everybody's sweetheart. She got on there and cursed the hell out of Wendy, dragged her. Wendy Williams was always running from a fight. Everybody always wanted to beat her ass. I like Jonesy too. Jonesy always in trouble too because she don't shut her mouth. She had her own podcast, and then after she talked about, I think Swiss Beats was talking to, they said Lala or somebody. She was in his DMs. Like next thing you know, her stuff got pulled because apparently Swiss Beat be out here fucking everything. So that's what I'm saying. And people, we all sit there and be like, oh my God, the life is so good. Like if Cassie was going through all this, I wonder what Beyonce is going through. I'm just saying, she never talks. Beyonce, Jay-Z controls the room when she walks in. And that's my favorite artist. I listen to some Beyonce front and back and forth. But remember that video when she was just Jay-Z, like watch her and Jay-Z together. I remember, because I know a lot of guys that do security for like certain people. They was like that one time they was doing something for Jay-Z, and I think Beyonce was there, and it was like he was just walking around. She was trying to keep up with this motherfucker. He's like, hey, Jay-Z. He was like, wow. He couldn't believe it. Of course, that's my thing. I do the BMFs. I do the power. Like, that's my thing. I wanted to do, and that's why I started this platform, because I was like, I don't want to gossip all the time, but now it's turning like I'm gossiping all the time because that is like low vibrational. I don't like people that you know, just gossips 24/7. It's just, it's low vibrational. And I think that they get all of the karma to them. But yes, I am reviewing BMF. That is a show. It's not my show because Raising Kanan is my favorite show. Everybody knows that. So I think Origins is going to be my favorite show also. I already know because that's my thing, especially if Sasha Penn is behind it. As long as he don't do no mess like he did on the last episode of Raising Kanan. I don't know what the hell that was about. And I'm tired of Power always killing their parents. Wendy versus Judge Mathis. Whitney and Foxy Brown were classics. The old Wendy's way better. I remember when she was talking to Judge Mathis and he told her like, oh, you be on that coke or something like that. I don't remember the Foxy Brown one. I got to see that one. DeMarcus said Beyonce is overrated. No, Beyonce works hard. Not to me. She works hard. She deserves all of those flowers. Every one of them. I gotta work out today. I haven't even worked out in weeks. I haven't worked out. I've been running. Yeah, so that's why I gotta do my detox. I gotta like really be disciplined, my detox, and work out very hard. Summertime is coming. I'm going to go hard for a whole month. So this is my before. I would have to stand up. So this is my before. I got on sweatpants. And I guess I'll wear some. I'll probably be in a tank top. And then after a month, I'm just gonna do like workouts and running and stuff like that. And then we'll see my after. But I should be very, very toned this summer. I'm about to knock it out the park. All right, guys. Anyway, I love you. And thank y'all for supporting and thank y'all for hanging out with me always. Love you so much. I'll see y'all later.